cracking.
were 16 in the summertime, when you saw me like a movie scene. We were crazy like a teenage crime. You picked me up and you'd had 69. Every night we snuck out. So I've been waiting by your house. Every night we snuck out till the sun will rise for the last time. Stay by your side. For you I stay by your side. Would you stay?
Welcome, everybody, to this edition of SHL. Happy to have everybody here. It's going to be a solo cast today. This is Ace. I'll be your wonderful commentator and analyst. So, with that, why don't we just jump right into a live sim? And it won't be much better than starting with the Panthers and the Atlanta Inferno. So, let's jump in. As always, we are missing a sponsor, so if you have any sponsorships ideas in mind, reach out to the sim team. All right off the bat, the Panthers on the offensive. Rock Strongo had a good chance inside the slot, but the Atlanta Inferno make a solid defensive play. Shot in from the point from LA, blocked again. Right off the bat, Atlanta's clogging things up in the shooting lanes for the Panthers. Petrov with a good save, holds it for the rebound. Another face-off in the offensive zone for the Panthers. Another shot block, that one by Bullrock Sulfur Gold. Beautiful passing play with a tip out front. Did not make it in there for the Panthers. Petrov seals the post, holds it for the whistle. Edward Williams has taken a 2-minute minor for high sticking. That's going to send the Inferno to the power play. There's a board battle in the corner. Not much is happening there. The ref's telling him to move the puck. And it pops out to the slot. The puck's loose. And it's in. The Panthers have scored. I don't know who got the stick on that, but that's a shorthanded goal to put the Panthers up 1-0 over the Atlanta Inferno. Goal scored by Yannick Svoboda. So a little bit of special teams play getting the Panthers up 1-0 early here before the midway point in the first period. Grapefruit wins the ensuing draw. Back to D centerman. And the Panthers break it out of their zone. Yannick Svoboda over to Grapefruit. Back to Yannick Svoboda. He's got the puck on his backhand. He tries taking the shot, but Binko Koivu with the defensive play with the block. Some time goes by, and we're back in the offensive zone for the Panthers. Connor Hutton with a shot from the point. It's blocked. Pavel Jeziak carries it out. Passes the red line on the left wing. Brings it in, but it's offside. Atlanta looking for some offense. Salzburger with the long shot from the point. It's easily held by Olaf Karsikko. Roughly 10 minutes left in the first period. The Panthers still hold a 1-0 lead. Panthers dump it into the offensive zone. Reed Kobo is going to win the race. Not much pressure on him whatsoever. He carries it over the goal line. Back to Elias Kierkegaard, who shoots it from the point. And that is an easy save for Evgeny Petrov, who holds the puck. We're down to about 6 minutes left in the first period. Panthers still hold the 1-0 lead. We have an offside call on the Inferno. Salvatacci gets tossed from the draw. Paul Binder loses it to Grapefruit. Panthers with the back pass to Long John Donaire. He gains the offensive zone. Tries to shoot it himself. Petrov easily handles that shot. He did have a slight screen to shoot through, but Petrov was able to track it down. 5.5 left in the first. Another offside. JQ and Sarah Burke take the draw. Binko Koivu to JQ, who promptly dumps it in. Looks like Shoyo Hanada may win that. No, he hits the brakes. Clem Fandango easily gets that, and he sends it up the same boards. But looks like there's going to be some sort of whistle there. Binko Koivu with the long-range wrister. It's easily sealed. Goaltender holds on. We're down to 2 minutes left in the first period. Paul Binder goes left wing to right wing. Bullrock Sulfur Gold carries it into the right wing. Gains the offensive zone. Paul Binder left. Back to Victor. And, okay, it looks like it didn't go anywhere there. So that's going to be the end of the first period. And the Panthers are going to carry a 1-0 lead with a shorthanded goal from Yannick Svoboda into the second period. Right off the bat, Reed Kobo is going to go to the box. Looks like it was a holding minor. But the penalty kill kills that off. Not a whole lot going on here in the second period, ladies and gentlemen. We're already about 10 minutes through, and LA's still holding that 1-0 lead. Pavel Jeziak gains the blue line on the left wing side. Over to Burlock, Sulphur Gold. Back to Jeziak. It looks like we've got a whistle. Maybe play to the high stick. J-Sync back at the point. And I think Victor got a tip on that. And I think that's going to be a tying goal. Yeah, we're tied up here. Tied up here in Atlanta. Victor Crunk with the tip out front. Beautiful hands. Assist goes to J-Sync for the shot from the point. Pavel Jeziak, the secondary assist. 6 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the second period. We're all tied up at even. Pavel Savatachi up the middle. He's gotten past center ice. He's past the offensive blue line. He's still holding the puck. Over to Paul Binder on the left wing. Over to Salzburger on the right. Angus McFife with the shot from the point. And that's going to be sealed off by Carsico. Mewtwo is going to go to the box. A 2-minute minor for tripping. So we're going to have an LA power play. And that power play didn't do anything. That was the fastest power play we've had in a while, ladies and gentlemen. The end of the second period, and we're tied up at 1. We're going to go to the third period here. We're going to have to figure out who's going to take this one. Third has started. Burlock, Sulphur Gold down the left wing. Playing pass to JQ, back and forth. They're inside the slot now. Burlock looking for more. He sends it back to Angus McFife, and he shot from the point. Olaf Carsico is going to have that. And the subsequent shot by J-Sync, and he holds on for the whistle. Some time goes by without not a whole lot going on here. We got 12 minutes left in the third period. We're still tied up at 1. LA and Atlanta. JQ all alone right in the middle. Long range shot with traffic. And he beats Olaf Carsico high glove side. Top cheddar, ladies and gentlemen. And the Atlanta Inferno have a 2-1 lead with 12 minutes remaining in the third period. The assists go to Shoyo Hinata and Mewtwo. And looks like LA is going to go shorthanded here. Atlanta with the power play. But they don't get really anything going. We've got 5.5 minutes left here in the third period. Atlanta holds a 2-1 lead over the Panthers. The Inferno go for a line change. Binko Koivu up the left wing. Gains the zone. Back to Shoyu Hinata. Victor Krug. Whatever his last name is. Sorry, Victor. I'll get it one day. Victor over to Pavel Jeziak. He's got a 2-on-1 with Shoyu Hinata. Over to Shoyu. Over to Jeziak. In on the post, and he squeezes it in. It's a goal for the Inferno. It looked like Carsico was there, but it just squeezed through right on the short side. Scored by Pavel Jeziak, assisted by Hinata and Crunk. There you go, Victor. I got you. Victor Crunk. I'll remember that, I promise. 3-1 Atlanta. We're under a minute and a half. We're in goalie pulling territory here. Atlanta still holds the lead. Paul Binder carries it up the left wing. He hits the brakes. Pavlo Savatachi with the empty net, and he puts the biscuit in the basket. That's what we call insurance, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1 Atlanta. I love the way you move. And this one's all but sealed, but Atlanta's looking for more. Why not? Pavel Jeziak on the left wing. Inside the slot. He hits the brakes. Backs up. Michael Witacek. Back to Pavel Jeziak. Back to Michael Witacek. Back to Pavel Jeziak. Oh my goodness. What a gorgeous passing play. Michael Witacek and Pavel Jeziak play back and forth. They lose Victor Crunk. I got it that time. On the far post. And he just taps it in. A gorgeous passing play for the Atlanta Inferno. 24 seconds left in the third period, and now we're back up to third. Oh, we're going to see this again. That was definitely worth a highlight reel instant replay. Bang, bang. I do like the way you move. Mewtwo up the left side. Shoyu Hinata on the right. Over to Pavel Jez. Oh, is this the same? I can't tell if this is the same thing I've already seen or not. I'm having double vision. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say that the Atlanta Inferno are going to take this one. There's 3 seconds remaining in the third period. And there it is. There's the siren. Final score. The Atlanta Inferno take this one by a score of 5-1. I think the score doesn't quite indicate how close that game was. Although if you look at the shots, it doesn't look that way. For a while there, it was very close. And the LA Panthers kept it tied for the vast majority of this game. But it was the third period that the Atlanta Inferno really spread their wings and flew away. And they get hot. I don't know how many other jokes I can make here with their branding. But great win for the Inferno. And we're going to have to check out our out-of-town scoreboard here. We have the Buffalo Stampede visiting the Edmonton Blizzard. And the Blizzard are going to take this one by a score of 4-1. Big game from Justin Time and Brian Davenport. Justin Time posting a 971 save percentage, only allowing 1 shot on 33 attempts, or 1 goal on 33 attempts. Well done by him. Baltimore brings down the Minnesota Monarchs. Daedalus James, first star of the game. 2 points. Looks like they spread the offense around pretty well. That's good depth for the platoon. Sir Devoir with a 933. 1 goal allowed on 14 shots with the win. And the San Francisco Pride will bring down the New Orleans Spectres by a score of 5-2, I believe I saw. Yeah, that is great. The Aurora defeat the Chicago Syndicate by a score of 4-1. Noel Blanchette continuing his strong season, as is Ryuji Kawashima. A nice close affair in the goaltending department. Well, that is a lot of goals. Looks like Calgary won 8-0. Yeah, that is right. 8-0 over the Texas Renegades. That's a huge win, a statement win for the Calgary Dragons as they continue their winning ways. And our final game of the night is going to have the Manhattan Rage defeating the Tampa Bay Barracuda. The Rage are looking to establish themselves as a legitimate contender out east. That score was 6-3 in favor of Manhattan. We're going to advance a day. We're going to take a look at the calendar day following this one and see what some of these results are. All 3 of these games will be quick simmed. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're here to continue off today's quick sims. We're gonna have the New Orleans Spectres up against the Montreal Patriots, the San Francisco Pride against the Seattle Argonauts, and the Hamilton Steelhawks against the Baltimore Platoon. So starting off, it's New Orleans at Montreal. And Montreal gets slapped in the face with a 7-2 win for New Orleans. JR Frankenstero, I think is the last name, takes the first star. Yorick Bjornensen with the 931 save percentage. Damian Vertigo struggling a little bit in net today. Sub 700 save percentage, and the coach didn't think it was time to pull the plug on that one. How she works out sometimes. And a nice tight effort with this strong Western Conference matchup here. The San Francisco Pride are going to take down the Seattle Argonauts by a score of 6-5. We have a Kevin's hat trick with a total of 4 points on the night. Strong effort by Kev. And a 3-point game for Lucas Lilia. That's going to make some fantasy owners happy. And the Baltimore Platoon are going to take down the Hamilton Steelhawks by a score of 4-3. Ryan Shepard with 2 goals. Went into the shootout. Looks like a solid game there by both goaltenders. But Baltimore does come through with the extra point. All right, and we're on to another day here. Got to double check here if there's going to be any goalie swaps for today's Sims. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're going to start right off with a nice live sim. Minnesota at Texas. Looks like we've had a change to the Texas rink. A few less advertisements at Center Ice. A somehow larger logo at Center Ice. And we're underway. The Burger King versus the Hockey Bandits. Jarmo Kekalainen, I think, on the left wing with the shot. But it's blocked. Good defensive play by the Minnesota defenseman. Parker Smebs is going to go to the box for a 2-minute minor for holding. Minnesota has it in the offensive zone. But it looks like it's an intentional offsides call. Dirty boots of the shot from the point, but it goes wide. Gundogan seals the post. He keeps it out. Back to Theo Berglund after a nice little pass for Andreas Kvalheim, but it's blocked by Daniel Smeb. 5-minute major legal check in the head, to the head by Bob Duncan. You can't do that. Not a whole lot has happened with this power play, though. We're down to 11 minutes left in the first. Still tied 0-0. Daniel Smeb right down the slot. Over to Parker Smeb. And the Smeb brothers connect for a 1-0 lead for the Minnesota Monarchs. Secondary assist goes to Alexander Balsers. Three minutes left on the power play here. As you're familiar with, hockey fans, if you score a goal when you have a major penalty, it doesn't take it off the board. Well, Tommy Tightpants finds another shorthanded goal. I don't know what Gundogan was doing there. He seems to have lost it. And he was going back and forth from post to post. And Tightpants put it into the yawning cage. Primary assist goes to Dirty Boots. Secondary assist to Eric Hudson. And we're tied up at 1. Bubba Tree is going to go to the box for a 2-minute minor for tripping. He's going to go to the box, and he's going to feel shame. We're going to have 2 minutes of 4-on-4 here. Texas is trying to hold what I would call the blue line, but it's black here. Valdis back to Bjorn. Valheim plays catch with Eric Hudson. Back to Hudson. Back to Valdis with a shot from the point. Gundogan holds that. 6:50 left in the first period here. Texas has a 2-1 lead. Bob Duncan with a chance in tight. Gundogan makes a save. Rebound goes back out. Chris McZee out to the front, and Bob Duncan tucks it away. And Texas is going to extend the lead, and the hometown fans are happy. Secondary assist goes to Theo Berglund. We got about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the first period. Texas is holding on to the lead. Yanis Lux carries it up the right wing for the Monarchs. Over to Rinky McDangle. Lux with the shot. Valerian Suavateri holds that one. It's not going to get by. We have another penalty. Dirty Boots is going to go to the box. 2 minutes for hooking, according to this official. I didn't see it. Looked pretty insignificant to me. Colin Gibbles immediately after is going to be assessed a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct. He probably told the ref that he saw the same thing that I did, which was nothing. We got 30 seconds left in the first period. Texas is still holding the lead. Minnesota plays catch in their defensive zone. Tries to clear it unsuccessfully. We're going to have a draw in the defensive zone for Minnesota. Dirty Boots out in the slot, and he takes a shot. I can't tell if it was deflected or not, but it goes in, and Texas is going to score before the end of the first. Looks like it was not tipped. And the Renegades are going to carry a 3-1 lead into the second period. Second period is underway. Texas carries it into the offensive zone. Chris McZee over to Danny. Valentin, I think Kalashnikov with the attempt. And it gets tipped out front. Let's see an instant replay of that. Beautiful save by Enes Gundogan. Holding that puck up close to his chest to ensure it doesn't go in. Rebound goes out. Shot from the left point there. Gundogan grabs that and makes sure there isn't a rebound, and he stops the play. Kvalheim back on the offense. Crosses the blue line. Over to Tommy Tightpants. Back to Kvalheim. Back to Eric Hudson. Back to Kvalheim. And it's blocked by the Minnesota defender. Minnesota looking for some offense here. They've got a 2-goal hole to climb out of. Connor Tanner with the long-range shot just misses to the glove side. That's going to hit the end boards and bounce right back out. Texas is looking for transition. Kvalheim carries it up the left wing. He has tight pants on the right. He elects to take a long-range shot. And Gundogan holds that for the draw. There's just below 12 minutes remaining in the second period here. Texas maintains their 3-1 lead. Kvalheim gains the blue line on the left side over to Tommy Tightpants. Jan Dolph forces the turnover, but Tightpants gets it back. Eric Hudson with a tip in the slot, but Gundogan is ready for that. Minnesota dumps it into the offensive zone. Dirty Boots controls, tries a quick breakout pass to Tommy Tightpants, but he can't handle it. Connor Tanner goes down the left side boards to try to make an offensive play, but Tightpants recovers and takes control of the puck. Less than 9 minutes remaining in the second period. Minnesota, I think, oh, that one went out of play there. It hit somebody on the bench, so we have a whistle here. We're back underway. Daniel Smeb carries it up the left wing, gains the zone, carries it through the circle on the left side, tries to take the shot, but that's blocked by the defender. Great defensive positioning there to ensure that puck didn't get on goal. Let's see an instant replay of that play. Looks like it was Valentin Kalashnikov with the solid block there. We're on the following face-off. Long shot from the point from Parker Smeb. But Salvatore was ready for that, and he holds on to it. Good glove save. 8 minutes left in the second period. Looks like Texas has iced the puck. Yeah, that one's going to come back. Bubba wins the draw, sends it back. Narboza many hands uses his intergalactic ability to deposit that puck into the opposing goal. And it's going to be a 3-2 game. Bubba with the assist. Secondary assist goes to Sam Siege. And we have a 1-goal game here, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary folk. Minnesota's looking to draw even here. Nice clean breakout pass. Rene Poo up the left wing. Over to Sam Siege. Back to Bubbletree, and he shoots. Big save by Salvatore, and his defense was there to clean it up. And that's actually going to probably do it. We've got 1 second remaining here in the second period. And the Texas Renegades, the hometown team here, are going to take the lead 3-2 going into the third period. We're back underway here in Texas. And the Renegades, led by Tommy Tightpants, coming down the right wing. 2-on-1 with Eric Hudson. Beautiful backhand pass by Tightpants. Over to Hudson, who has a gaping cage, and he slams it over the goal line. It's a 4-2 game here. Goal scored by Eric Hudson, assisted by Tommy Tightpants. Secondary assist goes to Theo Berglund. That's how you do a 2-on-1 right there. Chris McZearl carries it over the blue line. Back to Danny C. Over to AJ Williams. But Rene Poo blocks the shot. Chris McZ left all alone in the slot. The shot from AJ Williams comes in at shoulder height. He kept his stick down. I saw it. Beautiful deflection by McZ. And we have a 5-2 game. It goes right between the wickets. 5-hole tip. Nice play by the Renegades. Less than 15 minutes remain in the third period here. The Renegades maintain their 5-2 lead. If Minnesota wants to get back involved in this game, they're going to need to put some offense together relatively quickly here. And Daniel Smeb tries after a shot from the point bounces around a bit. He gets 2 chances, but Texas's goaltending shuts it down. Texas is on the counterattack. Jarmo Kekalainen in on the left side circle at the hash marks. And he carries it in. Uncontested, really. And he beats Gundogan on the glove side. Assisted Bob Duncan and Frederico von Schnichtenberg. It's a 6-2 game. Valentin Kalashnikov now with a shot from the point. Minnesota recovers, and they're looking to get transition, but they don't get it out of the zone. Bob Duncan in the slot. Back to von Schnichtenberg. Dirty Boots with the shot from the point, but it was blocked. Colin Gibbles now with the block. It squirts back out. It's past the hash marks. Dirty Boots with the shot from the point, but Gundogan handles that. Less than 9 minutes remain in the third period. Rene Poo on the left side boards in the offensive zone. Carries it in towards the hash marks. Gets a beautiful shot on. But Salvateri in the butterfly gets his shoulder up high and keeps that puck out. Great save. We're approaching 7 minutes remaining in the third period. AJ Williams carrying the puck over center. Back to Chris McZ, who passes it over to Danny C. Danny over to AJ Williams with the backhander. And Enes Gundogan handles that. He seals the post. No rebound. Let's get another look at that one. All right. That was the penalty right there. And Texas wins the draw. Back to Dirty Boots, who shoots. Gundogan handles that. And that rebound goes all the way out to the point. Bob Duncan has it again in the slot. Shoots. Gundogan handles that one. Jarmo Kekalainen from the left circle. Back to Theo Berglund. And Gundogan makes a save. Holds on for the draw. Connor Tanner puts it up to Yanis Lux. Back to Tanner for some reason. Duncan steals it right in the slot. Over to Valheim, who shoots. Duncan tips it, and it goes just wide. Back to Dirty Boots from the point, and it's blocked. Jarmo on the left side circle. Over to Kvalheim on the right. And it's in, the one-timer from the right circle. Andreas Kvalheim scores. It's going to be 7-2 Texas. Assist to Theo Berglund and Jarmo Kekalainen. And that's all she's going to write for Minnesota here. They're going to carry it up their right side boards. This is all about, sending a message now. You're not going to get back in this game, but at least show that you belong here for Minnesota. Beautiful passing play, but Saviteri is going to seal that off, and he's going to get that. It was a close play, though. Minnesota almost put it in. And that's going to do it for the game here in Texas. The Renegades are going to come out to a 7-2 win against the Monarchs. First star of the game, Theo Berglund, 3 assists, making plays happen. Eric Hudson, second star with 2 points. And McZ, third star with 2 points. Let's check our out-of-town scoreboard. And that's brought to you by Geico. Oh my goodness. Montreal kicks the ever-loving rear end out of the New England Wolfpack by a score of 8-0. A hat trick for Valters Denisova. Mats McBride with a couple. Yeah, that's a big game for the Patriots. Nice casual +4 for Tim Riggins. When Tim Riggins is on the ice, good things happen. Toronto's going to take this one over the Buffalo Stampede by a score of 6-2. Hat trick for Jimmy Larkin Conway. Great ped. Good game for him. Harry Carpet, the legend, posting a .917 save percentage for the win. And the Seattle Argonauts they are going to hand Chicago their second loss of the sim. I believe that's Seattle's second win of the sim as well. Willie Miller with a cool .957 save percentage. It's a big game for the Argonauts. And the Aurora will defeat the Panthers by a score of 3-2. Capo Campainen continuing his solid campaign with a 2-point effort. Noel Blanchette with another couple goals. Looks like a nice close game, though. A good game by Carsico and Montagna. Or Montaigne. However you say that. I'm not French. And that's a nice 6-0 shutout win for the Inferno over the Hamilton Steelhawks. Hamilton being the lowest TPE team in the league. It makes sense for them to go down 6-0 here. Probably the lightest work you'll get for a shutout there, Evgeny Petrov, but hey, enjoy that. The Barracuda will defeat the Rage by a score of 6-3. And we'll be back after a message from our sponsors. All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's continue this sim train rolling right down the tracks. We're going to start off with Edmonton visiting San Francisco. And San Fran is going to squeeze by with a 4-2 win. Edmonton led going through 2 periods, but San Francisco with the 3-goal effort in the third to get the W. Didn't expect that one there. The Minnesota Monarchs, of all teams, hand Winnipeg their second loss of the season. Monster the Doctor, the Winnipeg backup there, struggling a bit there with the 765 save percentage. He's going to need a doctor after that defensive effort. And we're here for our third live sim of the sim. The Calgary Dragons are visiting the Philadelphia Forge. Or the Big P, as I like to call them. Calgary carries the puck over the offensive blue line with a nice, beautiful passing play. And the Dragons are going to go up 1-0. Alexis St. Michel with the goal. Assist to Artemius Nystrom and A-Rai Izzy. Philadelphia is looking to answer back. Carries it over the offensive blue line. Red Kirby over to Riku Koivu. Back to Red Kirby. Kirby in the slot. Over to Lemo Pyle. Pyle with the shot. And Eero McKellar doing what he does best. And he blocks that. Essa Parnborg breaks that one up. Taylor Johansson up the left wing for the Dragons. Over to Essa, back to Taylor. Over to Alexis with the shot. Scoochie Scratton holds on to that one. We're below 9.5 minutes left in the first period, with the Dragons holding on to a 1-0 lead. Dragons go D-to-D in the neutral zone. Up to Alexis St. Michel. Sekai Wolker with the shot. That one's going to be held on to by Scoochie Stratton. Philadelphia with a nice clean breakout. Lemo Pyle, the new acquisition from Toronto, carries it up the right wing. First name, last name with a shot. Hank Stopper stops that. Aptly named. With this being a backup game for the Calgary Dragons, I'm intrigued to see how this goes. Calgary's going to go on the power play here. But they don't get much going on here. They're going to have it, though. With a shot from the point. Rebound's loose. Stopped by Scoochie Stratton. He holds on to the rebound. 13 seconds left or so. Following faceoff. Igor Petrov with a shot from the point. It goes wide, but the rebound goes out to Alexis St. Michel, and they bang it into the empty cage. That's a power play goal, and the Dragons lead 2-0. Hans Graf, you're going to the box for 2 minutes for a hooking. Not sure if I saw the same thing as the ref there, but I'm not an official. Evil Albrand sends it up to Connor Snooks, who's got some space there. Eero McKellar, though, hits the afterburners and gets back in defensive positioning. Snooks tries to shoot it right through him, but as you know, Eero McKellar does not allow shots to go through him, and he blocks that. Grogu Manderson carries it over the offensive blue line for the Dragons. He's got the puck on his backhand, sends it over to Evan Winter on the left wing, back to Grogu. He might force that one in, but no, Scoochie says no. This is the way, Scoochie says. Connor Snooks carries it over the left wing. 2-on-1 with Evil Allbrand. And he scores on the backhand. Beautiful passing play with Connor Snooks. Allbrand brings this into a 1-goal game. Less than 10 minutes remain in the second period. Calgary still holds a 2-1 lead. Hans Graf on the right wing. In the right circle, right into the front to Lemo Pyle. And Pyle scores! Another pretty passing play in tight. And the Forge have tied it up at 2. 8.5 remaining in the second period. Still plenty of game. Secondary assist goes to Nathan Thomas. 6.5 minutes remain in the second period. Connor Snooks carrying the puck up the middle. Gets it out of the zone. Has Igor Victory on his right. Evil Allbrand on his left. Allbrand tries to take the shot, but A-Rai Izzy blocks that and turns it right back up ice for the Dragons. 2.5 minutes remaining in the second period. Lemo Pyle carries the puck down the left wing. Try sending it over to Red Kirby, but that's turned over. Dragons are looking for transition. Eddie Kreller up the right wing with the puck. Sends it over to Duncan McKenzie. Shot by McKenzie, saved by Stratton. And that's going to do it for the second period. We're back underway for the third. Things are all still tied up at 2 for these two teams. But Chris Goodname is going to go to the box for a 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Philadelphia on the power play carries the puck in on the left side by Evil Allbrand. Over to Lemo Pyle, who shoots it from range. That's going to go high and wide. The penalty's killed. Dragons carried it into the offensive zone. We've got just below 14 minutes remaining in the third period. Red Kirby wins the draw. Back to Nathan Thompson. Sends it up to Lemo Pyle, who carries it right into the defensive zone. Ricky Koivu has it now on the right side. Over to Red Kirby, who's got room. He shoots. Saved by Hank Stopper. Dragons bring it out of their defensive zone now after the draw. Alexis St. Michel carries it over the right wing. Gains the zone. Back to Igor Petrov, who shoots. And that's in. He goes high, blocker side. The goaltender doesn't quite follow it. I don't know if there's a screen. But Calgary's going to take a 3-2 lead with less than 13 minutes left in the third. Evil Allbrand carries the puck. In over the left side, into the offensive zone, over to Igor Victory on the right. Victory carries it into the circles. Back to Bork Laser, who shoots it from range. And they try to collect the trash out front, but it's not going to happen. Hank Stopper seals it and gets the whistle. Eddie Kreller for the Dragons carries it up the right side. 10.5 minutes remaining in the third. Kreller gets surrounded, sends it over to Taylor Johansson, over to Essa Parnberg, back to Kreller, back to Essa, back to Kreller, back to Essa, back to Kreller. And he tries shooting the backhander, but it's not going to go. Igor Petrov has been assessed a 2-minute minor for high sticking. So power play to the Forge, but it looks like it's 4-on-4 for some reason. I have no idea what's going on here. For 4-on-4, there seems to be 5-on-5 on the ice, but this may be a highlight. I have no idea what's going on here. It says 4-on-4, but there's more than 4 people on the ice. Igor Victory carrying the puck up the right side boards for the Forge. He's trying to make a move on Dane Fongucci. Fails. It's blocked. That's a turnover. Tries again. Sends it over to Ricky Koivu. Lemopile is in alone in the slot. He shoots. And he scores. Less than 6 minutes left. That's when you want your big boys to strike. And that's exactly what Lemopile does. To draw even at 3-3. Approaching 2 minutes left in the third. We are still tied up. Puck deep in the Forge zone. Samuel Machad tries sending it up the boards. Alexis St. Michel controls. Over to Igor Petrov. Back to St. Michel. Back to Chris Goodname. He shoots from the point with a tip. And Scoochie Stratton controls it. Nice save there by Scoochie, tracking that puck in traffic. This one's going to go to overtime. Grogu Manderson is going to carry that in to the neutral zone. Out the left wing to Duncan McKenzie. He's looking for the game winner. Comes in. He's approaching the slot. And it looks like a penalty was assessed. That's right. A penalty was assessed. It's 4-on-3. Tip right in the middle. Scoochie Stratton make a big positional save. Puck back to Taylor Johansson for the shot from the point. Lenny Hawkins with the block. Sends it up to Red Kirby. The safe place to dump it here, but he's carrying the puck into the neutral zone. Gains the red line. Gains the offensive blue line. Tries doing it all himself. Sends it over to Nathan Thompson, but Hank Stopper makes the stop. I think the puck's way up in the air. Yeah, it just lands. Grogu wins the battle. Sends it over to Alexis St. Michel, who's looking for some offense. 10 seconds remaining in OT. Big save by Scoochie, and that's going to do it. This one's going to require the shootout. So, beautiful hockey game is going to have to be resolved by a skills competition. I know how much hockey fans love that. And Evil Allbrand will be up first. He carries it in. Slowly. Goes from the right, cuts into the left, and he shoots it. And it goes in 5-hole. He sneaks it under the pad. And the Forge have the early shootout lead, 1-0. Alexis St. Michel is going to go as well. He's going to be the first Dragon shooter. He takes it in methodically. Right down the middle. He tries to deke and go back in, and he scores! He goes high. Beautiful move. High blocker side. Damn. And this one is tied up here. Lemopile. Recent acquisition for the Forge. He's going to go. He's had a heck of a game. He's scored 2 goals here tonight. He's looking to put the pressure on the Dragons with a goal here. Comes in on the left. Into the circle. Cuts back right. Shoots. Stopped by Hank Stopper. Duncan McKenzie, 1 for 2 in the shootout this season. 3 of 8 in his career. That's a pretty good percentage over his career. He's looking to put the pressure on the Forge. Carries it in the right side. Goes backhand, forehand, back to the backhand. But Stratton follows him all the way. Good save there by Scoochie. Igor Victory here. He's up next. Slowly goes to the right. Way over by the faceoff dot. Then cuts in towards the middle. He tries going to the backhand and moving Stopper left to right. But Stopper follows him and it goes wide anyway. The Dragon skater, Sekai Wolker, a defenseman, carries it in. And they shoot it right from the slot. Scoochie followed it all the way. That was one of the first slap shot attempts I've seen in the shootout. It's a bold strategy there by Wolker, but Connor Snooks now. He's going to go for the Forge. Carries it far right, left, and he scores! He beats Hank Stopper over the shoulder. The Dragons are going to have to score here to extend the shootout. GM player Grogu Manderson is going to have to Figure out a creative way to get this done. He slowly carries it over to the right side, into the circle, cuts to the left, and he shoots, and he scores! We're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen, Grogu says. Let me go ahead and use the Force to extend this shootout. GM play Red Kirby now for the Forge. Takes it from center ice. Nothing fancy here. He's gonna hit the brakes and change his angle a tiny bit. In through the hash marks, goes to the backhand. Hank Stopper follows him all the way. Nothing going there. The Dragons with a chance to win it here. Taylor Johansson, his first shootout in his career, I think. Oh no, never mind. 9 for 20 in the career. I lied. Sorry, Taylor. In from the left to the right, and he scores! This one's gonna be over. The Calgary Dragons are going to win this game in the shootout. And the fans say, oh, thank God, after saying, how long can this go on? But it's over now. That's a big win for an interconference game for the Dragons. Philadelphia getting the single point for forcing that into extra hockey. Let's go to our out-of-town scoreboard. A little bit more here. We've got the Manhattan Rage visiting the Tampa Bay Barracuda. And the Barracuda take a chomp right out of the Rage's rear end. Chomp, chomp, water dogs, I believe is the saying. Good game there by Jen Rosa with a 938 save percentage. And Texas is going to beat Chicago 8-5, and I want to know what weird version of the Upside Down we're in right now. As others have said, Chicago is considered to be one of the top contenders this year, so I don't know. And Texas certainly wasn't. So well done by the Renegades. It was an 8-5 win. Swaps, and then we're going to come right back to you. All right, welcome back, everybody. A few quick games here, and then we're going to wrap things up, and we'll take a look at the league standings and stats and everything. We're going to start off with the Seattle Argonauts with the Calgary Dragons. Dragons just with a good shootout win against the Philadelphia Forge. I'm intrigued to see how this one goes. And the Dragons are going to beat the Argonauts by a score of 5-3. The Dragons are now 11-4-2. A little bit of that wizardry over there in Calgary. Chris Goodname with the first star of the game with a 2-assist effort. Neither goaltender doing anything particularly fancy, so this was a real tight effort for both teams. Elsewhere in the league, the Buffalo Stampede will have a 2-0 shutout win over the Montreal Patriots. I'm just calling them the Patriots from now on. I'm not trying to be French. Big game from Skating Dino with a 24-save shutout. His competition on the other side didn't do so poorly either. 920 save percentage effort in the losing cause. But good win for Buffalo. Hamilton with the 5-2 win. These two teams are battling for bottom spot and the best odds in the lottery. And New England says, give us that #1 pick. What is the Hamilton over in the casino this season? I am intrigued. Either way, that's going to do it for games this season. Or this season, I wish it was that simple. No, there's a few more games this season, believe it or not. But this evening, that's going to do it for us. We're going to take a look at the standings. 11.5 for Ham over. I'm not sure they'll hit that, but I hope for your sake they do. So we have the Toronto North Stars still leading their division pretty handedly by a 7-point margin over the Buffalo Stampede. Atlanta over 10 points over the Tampa Bay Barracuda in the Atlantic Division. The Winnipeg Aurora have a 9-point lead over the Renegades in the Central Division. And Calgary is leading the Pacific Division by 1 point. That's a tight race there. 3 teams within 1 point of the lead in the Western Conference Pacific Division there. That's a good point there. Atlanta is on a heck of a heater, if you will, with 7 wins in a row. League leaders. Dogwood Maple continuing his torrid pace for the Toronto North Stars, leading the league with 18 goals. Lord Raiden dishing the puck with 20 assists. But a nice balanced offensive effort by Salzburger Lillehammerson leads the league in points with 32, a 4-point lead over the leading goal scorer, Dogwood Maple. Dogwood Maple just keeps putting the pepper on. 87 shots on goal. Plus minus, Ryoji Kawashima from this strong Winnipeg season effort so far with a plus 24. Noel Blanchette, lethal in the power play, 7 power play goals. Jonathan Hagen's a goon. CK is just a terrible person in general, so this makes sense. And Ira McKella doing what Ira McKella does best and leading the league in shot blocked. What about our goalies? What about our friends that are doing that goalie thing between the pipes? Montaigne leading the league in wins. Just in time with ties / OT losses. I want to know what ties they're talking about. Those aren't in our league. Goals against, it's no surprise that Hamilton's getting scored on a lot. Goals saved above average. This is a stat that I like, doing some of those fancy stats. 11.7 for Scoochie Stratton. He's doing a great job stopping pucks he probably shouldn't. Well done there. Yeah, it's a good snapshot of goaltending for you. Tomorrow we'll have some good games for you. And, well, not tomorrow, but on Monday, because there's no Sims on Sunday. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We certainly appreciate you participating with us in the chat and watching our stream. And until next time, thank you.